Hi, it's Suzanne Stoddart of Legitimate Affiliate Training, and in this video, I want to do an honest review of Jasper, the artificial intelligence tool that creates all sorts of content. Jasper allows you to make fast and easy material to post to your blog, social media, websites, anywhere you wish, really. A tool like this could help create raving fans for your brand so you get more views, likes, comments, and sales. And when you stick with me to the end, I'll show you how you can start for free with 10,000 words. So let's take a look inside here. Now, this tool was first released as conversion.ai, then it was renamed Jarvis, and now Jasper, in case you were wondering. Now, this is a true AI tool. I have never yet found any plagiarism when I check my output, other than a couple little tiny things. And I'll show you proof of that in a sec, okay? And don't be fooled by those gurus who are launching their crappy products saying it's AI generated. They'll use the term just because it's popular, but they're still just stealing content. Just like in a product here that I reviewed recently called Spin for Cash by Jason Fulton. He claimed it was AI generated, but everything created was over 95% plagiarized. So back inside here, this is your dashboard when you first log in. Now, I personally just have the starter plan, okay? But if you click here, you can see that I got the plan when they first launched this product. So that's why they're calling it the Legacy. But the typical starter plan, same price. And then there is Boss Mode that starts at $59 a month and goes up from there. This is the plan you'll want if you want to write long-form articles for your blog or website. I mainly do videos now, but when I get back to my blog, I might upgrade to Boss Mode. It makes creating lengthy articles much, much easier. Now, they had originally offered Boss Mode at $99 a month with unlimited words, but have now dropped to $59 a month and limit your words to 50,000. And then the more words you want, the higher it goes, okay? So on the dashboard, you can see where I've starred some of my favorite templates that I use. They even have Jasper swag now. You can open a store and get things. I can refer this, and if I do, I get an extra 10,000 words. You can join the Facebook community, and this is important to do because when you join the Facebook group, that's where you'll find the bootcamp for training. So when you click on this, it leads you to this page, and this has all the training that you need to learn how to use the tool. It gives you the basics. Okay, and he tells you everything you're going to learn in here. And one thing that I found very interesting, when they created this tool, the AI model that powers Jasper was trained by reading 10% of published internet. Now that's a lot of material when you consider how much content there is out there. And the base training was completed by the end of 2019. So that means that Jasper doesn't know about current events from 2020 on, such as COVID-19. But they explain to you how you can get around that. And another thing I want you to look at is the account management. When you look at the credits and rating, it says here that each subscription plan is given a monthly credit amount that automatically resets at the start of the billing cycle, okay? And these don't roll over. But if you were given bonus credits, such as referring this product to someone else, or sometimes they'll offer little incentives for you to get bonus credits, they say that those do roll over, okay? Okay, so back inside, it shows you in a graph how many words you've generated. So recently I've generated almost 4,000 words. And here is where it shows you how you can earn free credits. Okay, next down the side here are your templates. And they're up to 53 templates now that have been added to this platform. And you can pick a category, or you can scroll through all of them here. Now, the ones that are yellowed are the ones that I've starred. They're the ones that I use the most. But as you can see, there are many, many templates in here for paid advertising. I like this one, ridiculous marketing ideas. For Amazon products, okay, for video, for reviews. There's just oodles in here. So really, you can find a template for almost anything that you want to create. Next down here are your recipes. Now, I do have some saved in here just from webinars that I've attended, but you can't use recipes unless you have the Boss Mode because you need to have access to the document editor. And you don't have access to this with the starter plan. Next down here are your AI outputs. And this saves everything that Jasper creates for you, so you can go back and access anything that you want. So let me show you how one is created. Click on New, and then you choose a template. So let's choose the PAS framework, because this is your typical traditional way of creating content that has the problem, agitate, solution formula applied to it, okay? So I put in my core offer, which is taking action online. And then I wrote a little bit of a description in here. And this is what's nice here too. You can write whatever tone of voice you want. You can write funny, you can write creative, earnest, anything like that. And if you've written things online before 2019, see, I can put my own name in here and it'll pick up my tone of voice from all of my blog articles. Here you can decide if you want to have it print out in a different language. And as you can see, there are many languages in here. But let's go to English. And here you can decide how many outputs, 3 being the most. So I usually put in the 3, so I have lots of material to choose from. And this is what it comes up with. It gives you the problem, so you can relate to your reader, agitate, makes them think about their pain points, and then offer the solution. And it has 3 different options that you can choose from. And of course, all of this can be edited. Okay? If we try another one, the ADA framework, which again is another traditional way of using attention, interest, desire, and action. So if I put in the same things here and click to generate 3 outputs, again, it gives you 3 different options that you can choose from. And of course, if there's something here that you don't like, or you can't really pick and choose enough to create your own, just click generate and it'll give you 3 more. So you can do this as often as you want, and just keep in mind that it is using up your words as you're doing it. Now let's go back, and let's say you wanted to create a blog post. So let's click on blog and it'll bring up all the templates pertaining to blogs. And what I'll often use is the blog post outline. So I ask the question, how long does it take to make money online? This time I put an earnest tone of voice, and again, 3 outputs. Now notice sometimes you get a little bit of a glitch and it'll say it didn't work. So you just try again. Now this time it only spit out 1. So let's click it again. And this time it spit out 2. So sometimes it's a little glitchy that way. It doesn't always give you 3 right off the bat. But again, you can click this as often as you want. And what I like about this is it's basically giving you an idea of what you can use for subheadings for your article. So your title could be, how long does it take to make money online? And then these are all your different subheadings. So this is great if you have writer's block, because it's giving you all the ideas you need to create a quality article. Now I did this yesterday, and I wanted to show you how this can be kind of frustrating if you don't have boss mode. Let's say you chose to use this first one. Well, normally in boss mode, this would open up in a document editor and you would be able to play with it right in the editor. But because this is only the starter membership, all I can do is click on it, copy it by clicking copy, and then pasting it in another type of editor. Now, I tend to use Google Docs, but this is what I mean. You have to use your own editor to play with this, and you have to go back and forth and copy paste. This was the one that I started to do yesterday to show you as an example. So I put in my title, and then I pasted in the subheadings. And then what I did to start each section off with an introductory paragraph is I went back to templates, clicked on blogs, and clicked on this one here, blog post intro paragraph. So one of those subheadings I put as the title, and then it asked for the audience. So I said my audience would be affiliate marketers, online marketers, influencers, and my tone of voice. And I click 3 outputs. Okay, and it gives you 3 introductory paragraphs. Of course, you can pick and choose which one you want, which sentence you want. You, of course, can mix things up. But the only way you can do that is to click on the one option, click on copy, go back to your editor, and plunk it in. And I did that for several of the subheadings. So this is what I mean. You have to go back and forth, put in what you think you're going to use, and then what you do after is come back to your editor and, of course, edit, okay? You want to make it sound like you, like your brand, so you're probably going to want to rewrite a few things and then, of course, add to it so that you can create your lengthy article. So this is the downside to having just the starter membership, is having to copy paste and go back and forth. So let's go back and let me show you what it looks like in a different language. We'll choose the PAS framework, and I use the same information that I had before. Now I use my tone of voice, but I've never written anything online in French, so I'm not sure how that'll work. And then you can also pick more formal or less formal. Personally, I like less formal. It's just a little more readable. And here it is in French. And these actually sound very good, okay? And to make sure, like if you didn't know French and you weren't sure how this sounded, you could take one of the paragraphs, put it into a translator like Google Translate, okay? And here's one of the paragraphs. And as you can see, it's very readable. Now, it may not be the type of French that you speak because for myself, I use a lot of French-Canadian slang. And of course, you don't want that in your article. And as far as other languages, well, unfortunately, I don't know any other language, so I don't know how it would sound or look. That's something that you would have to do yourself. And of course, the only thing that probably won't ever be applied are the local dialects that you find in any country's population. Okay, so now I wanted to prove to you that none of this is plagiarized. I wanted to show you an article that I created in Quora in the space that I made. And this article here, I created entirely using Jasper, okay? And I did the same thing as I showed you. I created some subheadings and then created some introductory paragraphs and built out my article and then just edited it, giving it paragraphs and point forms, and added an image. So I took part of this paragraph. I started here and came down to here because I use small SEO tools and you can only use up to 1,000 words. So I pasted that in here and asked it to check the plagiarism. Now it came up with 4% plagiarism. So what it does is it breaks down each sentence. And this first one came up as plagiarized. And that's basically because it's a common sentence that you would see a lot of people use. Really, when it's only 4%, that's nothing to worry about. It is 96% unique. So there is no other plagiarism in here. So you can safely post your articles and not worry about copyright law, plagiarism, anything like that. So what are the pros and cons of this AI generator? Well, the pros are that it creates unique content. This technology is incredible, and as you saw, the content is unique and not plagiarized. Another pro is that it eliminates writer's block. This can really help you with ideas when you have writer's block or need to write effective copy for any of your sales pages. Another pro is the variety of templates. You currently have 53 different templates, and they keep adding more. Now, the cons of Jasper is that the starter plan is very limited. There are many features that aren't available. Another con is that there's no long-form capability with the starter plan. You're required to upgrade to boss mode if you want to create long-form articles and use the recipes. So my recommendation is the starter plan is enough for shorter content, emails, script outlines, things like that. But if you plan on using this tool for long-form content, you really do need to upgrade to boss mode. Personally, I don't mind the copy-paste technique because I tend to do a lot of editing anyway to make anything I create sound more like me. But it all boils down to what you want to create and how much you want to use this tool to make boss mode worth the price. If you want to check it out, just click my link below. You'll be able to access a free trial as well as my being able to pass on the bonus of 10,000 words to your account. So thanks so much for watching to the end. I hope you enjoyed my video. And if you're new to my channel, would you please subscribe and ring the bell? If you have any comments or questions about Jasper, just leave them below and I'll get right back to you, okay? So until next time, cheers.